I can't think about that. Suddenly, Monica begins addressing the club. It looked like she was waiting for me and Ben to finish talking. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone can come sit at the front of the room. We all go to the front of the class. Monica's already ready some chairs for us. She's a great president. She's good at organization. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? So we can put together anything good in just a few days. Well, this is embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. She's not wrong. I'm most likely going to ruin everything. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. She has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. I look at the poster I've been working on. It doesn't really look good. I hope she won't look at it. Oh, wait a second. I'll continue reading, but I need to move in the meantime. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. I had completely forgotten about that. What will I do? How am I supposed to perform in front of an audience? I'll just end up failing. Even if I write a great poem, my performance will be bad. It looks like I'm not the only worried one, though. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So he's putting on all the posters in case anyone's to prepare ahead of time. She looks at me. It seems as though she expects me to show her what I made. Monica nods. I hold it up. Monica nods. I'm pretty sure she likes hers better. After all, she already put some up around the school. Why do I have to make more? Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Monica looks really disappointed. She's so proud of her idea. Well, I did. Do you think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a bunch of people like that. Don't tell me they're going to have another heated argument. I don't want any of this again. I'm not staying if they do. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. She shakes her head. She's so embarrassed. The good mood everyone had is now gone. It looks like Monica's the only one who is enjoying this moment. Monica wasn't enjoying this moment. At least as soon as they turned her down, she didn't seem to be enjoying herself anymore. I want everyone to have fun during the festival. Even if I don't want to attend, but... I'm pretty sure she still wanted to attend at that point. Guys... No, Sayori. Understand where they're coming from. Monica gives everyone a compassionate smile. She didn't smile in the original. It's like she understands how hard it is to breach one's own comfort zone. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago? I still had to ask for them to recite their poems out to a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. I'd like to start with Natsuki and Yuri, because I really don't want to perform. So Yuri isn't as... yeah, whatever. But this club is Monica's pride and joy, so I can't let her work go to waste. Even if it's going to be embarrassing. Even if I end up hating myself more so than I do now. I will do it. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, they will inspire us to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. I can't deny that all the things she's just said are right. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. Monica flashes me a big smile, but Yuri and Natsuki don't seem to convince. Ben looks like he's thinking. I wonder if he's interested in doing a performance. Will he side with Natsuki? That's right! And it's those reasons that we're on this club today. Don't you want to share that with the others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. She's really persuasive. Is that why she was in the debate team? At this point, it's just manipulation. Not a bad thing, of course. It's not like... They remain silent. Ben looks at me. He seems worried too. I still can't tell if he wants to do it or not. Sorry, I was thinking for a moment. I lost myself in thought for a moment completely, sorry. I see him ponder for a moment, and then he finally decides to speak. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. I can't believe what I'm hearing. So, Ben really is interested in our activities? There's some kind of warmth in my heart. Maybe this day isn't as bad as I thought it was. Well, maybe, but as soon as Ben intervened, Natsuki's behavior changed. Does she? It's pretty clear she does. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Now, we just need to convince Yuri. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri looks away with a worried expression. I hate myself for forcing her, but I want the club to be successful. I mean, you could somehow intervene and be like, try to find a way that, if Yuri really doesn't want to, like, she can try, but if she knows that she absolutely cannot handle it, maybe she can take care of some other things in the club while everyone is listening, like. They haven't really discussed atmospheric enhancements or anything yet, but could be brought up that she could take care of the peace of the club room. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! Seeing her face reminds me of what I saw. Maybe it's because of that type of situation that she does those kinds of things. No, she's just excited. It may be my fault. It isn't really anyone's fault. However, it doesn't really look like she's upset. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Never mind. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting in front of each other. No way! Monica! This is too sudden! Once again, everybody's worried. I get out an old poem from my bag. I think it's fairly similar to the one I wrote today, so I hope Ben will like it. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Without even thinking, I raised my hand. Can I go next? Of course. I don't know why I asked. I just felt like it. I think I'll be able to recite properly. But maybe Ben will appreciate it. Or maybe I'm just being too hopeful. It's too late now anyway. Now let's see. She lifts up in the notebook and skims through it. She looks focused. After a few moments, she stands behind the podium and happily meets all of our gazes. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica stands tall with proud posture. She begins reciting her poem. She speaks clearly and loudly. I can tell she's practiced this. I feel so absorbed by her words. So she's the only one in the room. I glance at my surroundings. pen's faces relax into a natural smile. Why does the scene feel so powerful? You and Natsuki both look focused. Are they trying to read into Monika's words? When Monika finishes the recitation, I am speechless. That was incredible! I couldn't think of anything else except her and her poem. The four of us applaud. Monika is all out of breath. She smiles at us. That was so good, Monika! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I take a deep breath as if I prepared to perform. I don't want to think about myself right now. I want to focus on my recitation. Ben was right. I'm really getting absorbed by it. I'll go next. She didn't say that. It didn't really seem like she had any minute to really collect herself beforehand. Wow, you're so up all of a sudden. You're serious about reading. I'm kind of disappointed. I really wanted to read. But it's my role to make everyone happy, so I might as well just let her read. This poem is called... She anxiously glances around her. Sorry, she's a bit like me. She impulsively wanted to read her poem and she's lost now. Will it be the same for me? You can do it, Yuri. Yuri gives me a determined look and nods her head. It's called... The Image of a Crimson Eye. She starts reading a poem. I can tell she's feeling a bit uneasy. Her voice shakes and the breathing is irregular. This makes me wonder why she was so eager to come up and read in front of everyone. Is it because she wants to prove she's worth something? Maybe she was just inspired by Monika. I've been comparing the two of us to one another ever since our interaction outside the clubroom. I should stop doing that. They're not all that similar to each other. They're similar in some aspects, but so are Monika and Sayori and Natsuki and Sayori. They all have a little piece in common with each other. And given the fact that Yuri doesn't self-harm because she feels like she doesn't self-harm because she feels like she should punish herself, or she doesn't really want to inflict physical pain to escape psychological pain. That's not her reasons for cutting, so they're not really similar on that level, really. I should stop doing that. After a few lines, Yuri's voice changes and she stops looking at us. She's so absorbed by her own poem, it's impressive. I wouldn't say it's as powerful as Monika's, but her poem really pulls you in. She might not actually remember where she is. I really know what's going on inside her head. She sounds like she's in her element. During the last sentence, she slowly lifts her head and looks at us. She shakes her head and realizes where she is. She looks embarrassed again. Ben is the first to applaud. The rest of us begin clapping as well. Yuri seems very pleased. I think everyone is in disbelief. After all, it's pretty rare to see Yuri act so confidently. I'd love to tell her I'm proud of her, but it just ended up looking stupid. She hurries back to her chair, her poem still in hand. Yuri, that was really good! Thank you for sharing. It looks like she's not ready to talk yet. Did she push herself too far? I look around me. It looks like Natsuki's ready to go yet. I clench my poem and I stand up. Okay! I guess I'm next then. I walk to the podium. I have a big smile on my face, but I feel like I'm going to throw up. This definitely wasn't a good idea, especially seeing the talents of Monika and Yuri. I'm far from being as good as these two. This one's called My Meadow. They're all looking at me. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. Everybody looks fed up. It's not my fault. I really don't feel good. It's harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Trying to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I take a second or two to think about what Monika just told me. I'm doing this for myself. Nobody's around me. I see. Okay then. I begin reciting my poem. My voice shakes at first. For myself. No one around. feel the fresh air around me. It's like I'm not even in the club anymore. It's like I'm no longer in this world. It feels so peaceful. I keep reading my poem. The words flow out of my mouth. I've rarely felt this good for my entire life. I've read the last few words of my poem and I sigh. I want to stay here. I don't want to go. I'm back to the club. I don't know what just happened, but my recitation is already over. Over already. I did it! Ben stands up and smiles. Good job, Sayori. Even Ben liked it. I guess it's a good sign. What does that even mean? What did I say? I was so focused on my poem and my performance that I thought out loud. He gives me a weird look and sits back down on his chair. It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits it really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. What does she mean? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. There might need more force behind them, depending what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean! Well, I've been practicing a kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Practiced a poem of higher difficulty while I was in the corridor, but I just can't put in as strong of emotions as the one I just recited. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have time before the festival, you know? I think you just tried to make me understand my performance wasn't really good. I also wonder if she was just trying to make sure that Sayori doesn't feel too appreciated by the MC. Or she was just giving genuine criticism, because from the original game's perspective, not necessarily this mod, they seem to be quite, not as close as they're in the side stories, but fairly close to each other. Definitely closer than they are to Natsuki and Yuri. And definitely closer than these two are to each other. So I felt like maybe so when I played it with a friend who didn't know it, his first thought was that she was just trying to give genuine criticism because she felt more comfortable doing it with Sayori. It could be a mixture of two. I wouldn't be surprised with either. Because Monica still wants the club to succeed, but she also really wants Sayori to stay away. My tea was too hot. Oops. Ow. I'm not really disappointed. I was expecting that. I'm just glad Ben somewhat enjoyed it. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Ben! It's not compared to you guys anyway. Might as well let Ben lower in standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki, why is she being so harsh towards him? I glanced at Ben. He looks a bit hurt. It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. Besides, I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. Ben stands up and lazily walks towards the podium. He won't admit it, but it looks like he's bothered by what Natsuki said. He didn't really seem like it in the original. Everybody stops talking and looks at him. He's clearly embarrassed. He starts reciting his poem. Even though it's only composed of simple words, I feel them reach into the bottom of my heart. He keeps nervously glancing at Natsuki as he reads it. Ben heavily sighs after he's done reading. Everyone claps! Natsuki has a huge smile on her face, but she stops as soon as she spots me looking at her. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something to improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki's acting tough, but I can tell she's very nervous. Is it because she doesn't want to perform in front of Ben? The poem is called... It's called... Why are you looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. She takes a deep breath and begins reading aloud her poem. She's trying to avoid our gazes as much as possible. It soon starts sounding like you're in Marika's recitations. Her poem is so cute, yet so deep. That's to be expected of her. Again, everyone applauds when she's done reading. She doesn't even smile and she goes to her seat without looking at us. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. She really tries to hide her shy personality. There's so much I don't know about all the people in this room. I've known them for years, yet I discover things about them every day. Interesting idea that they've known each other for years. Because Monica always brings up like how they need to, how she wants to wait until they get closer with each other. So it felt like they weren't that close for a very long time. I mean, they haven't been like that connected for a long time already. I mean, well, do you suppose I'm not pre-prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on the face I want for the people, but just my friends, it's just embarrassing. She and I are polar opposites, yet I can relate to her so much. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... why is she being unnecessarily aggressive? Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. I don't really know what I'd like to recite. Maybe I could try reading some more buffet girls to find some inspiration. It worked pretty well this morning. Inspiration I felt a bit earlier still hasn't worn off. The day is a surprisingly enjoyable day. Oh, he popped up. Jeez. I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you were putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Is Ben blushing? It's so cute! Monica really knows how to flatter people. The five of us put our poems back in our bags. I'm glad this is over. It was enjoyable. I'm really starting to feel tired. Yeah, that I can imagine that she's losing energy. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. What is it with your nicely? I know it's in the original too. I don't know if I brought it up while playing it, but she really has something with the word nicely that day. I think it's like the same with me and the simultaneously. As well as for the festival, we'll finish playing tomorrow and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I'm a bit apprehensive. There'll be so many people. We'll have to spend time there alone. I'm pretty sure Ben will be at the festival with Natsuki. Maybe better for me to act sick or... No, this day is going well. I can't start acting like a stupid shut-in. Maybe the club will need my help. I can't let them down. Can't be selfish. Is already starting to stress out over the festival. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. Man stands up and stretches. He looks somewhat satisfied with what he's done today. He looks around the room. I can't help but notice that his gaze stopped a few seconds on Natsuki. He smiles for a second and turns to me. Ready to go, Sayori? What? Who's the one asking me to go now? Today's definitely a great day. Maybe things aren't as horrible as they seemed at first glance. Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? What are they saying? I just want to spend time with Ben. It's as if I wanted to. Well, it's not their business anyway. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be all nice now. Well, Ben looks very hesitant all of a sudden. It's like he no longer wants to walk home with me. Is he that ashamed? I can't let myself think about those things. I'm walking home with him. It's the only thing that matters right now. It's okay, Ben. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. Might have sounded a bit harsh, but he looked so embarrassed that I couldn't just leave him like that. We both make our way to the club room. Ben waits at Natsuki as we leave. We haven't really spoken to one another since we left the school. Is something on his mind? He's not paying attention to his surroundings. Now that I think about it though, today was a pretty good day. Of course it was that classroom incident. Yuri. But Ben looks like he enjoyed his time at the club today. And I also managed to recite my poem in front of everyone. Maybe things are gradually getting better? Hey, Sayori. I jerked my head up. Is he talking to me? Sorry, I was fizzing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get I mean... Wait, what am I saying? The situation just felt right and... I wanted to know. No, I'm just stupid. I ruined everything. So... Let's just say that one day, Natsuki has to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You kind of put me on the spot here. He looks very confused. I hate myself. Today was going just fine. And my selfishness ruined everything again. Walking home with Natsuki, huh? I mean, I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down. So you wouldn't mind leaving me for Natsuki? It is quite a harsh response. It doesn't even make sense given the fact that Sayori and he live nearby, so it doesn't make any sense to necessarily like go with Natsuki because he would have to go an extra way to go back home. But I mean, if someone asks me, maybe I would. Sometimes when I'm in this situation, I'm like doing this decision that the MC just had, like this Ben just had. I wonder what I would like to, like me. And the conclusion that I reach is that I don't really know, because if someone deliberately went out of their way to ask me, I don't know if I'd have it in me to turn them down if I wasn't really like... I'm also a bit of a perfectionist, so I like to have my day organized, so that might be the reason why I turn them down, because I already had planned on something. But generally, if someone really wanted to go home with me and express that to me, maybe I would go home with them. So I don't know if that's necessary. However, it does feel really weird. And really, like, quite cruel to Sayori. Like, even if you're just being honest about just even if you make that decision with the thought in mind, if someone asked me, I wouldn't be able to turn them down. To Sayori, this must really just be very horrible. I'm really disappointed. I should stop trying to lie to myself. But if that's what he wants, I can only respect his decision. Natsuki's a great person after all. It'd be better for his health to stay with her rather than with me. Isn't she so cute and fun to be around? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it! Now I'm just teasing him and acting fake, as usual. I got to enjoy the afternoon at least. I'm grateful. Jeez. There's not even any point in spending something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. And I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? No! This is drifting towards another subject again. Why don't I just shut up? It'd make Ben's life easier. Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. At least he's honest. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you, and that is probably not a lie, because you'll always be the best friend and the other girl will just be the girlfriend. Oh, this must be so heartbreaking for her. I'm lucky to never really have... I never really have dealt with, like, romantic problems, so it's really hard for me to sometimes put myself in the shoes of others. Because I've never really had to... Maybe it's time to question my romantic and sexual orientation again. Weird. If you say so. Ben looks away. It looks like I really made the situation awkward. Of course, I just had to ask a question. Why did I think it'd be a good idea in the first place? Mom stings. I've forgotten about it. Is it here to remind me of how bad of a person I am? I'll see you tomorrow, Nat. Oh, I'm sorry, Sayori. I'll see you tomorrow. They're just making the MC unnecessarily mean again. See you, Ben. This I thought. He was thinking about Natsuki. I wonder if he'll draw her again for tomorrow. I slowly approach my house. I really don't want to be in there alone again. But I guess I have no choice. Time for the beautiful piano music. I like the Ost of this mod. I'd forgotten about how beautiful the music is. Maybe I'll check it out later. I let myself fall on the couch. Everything feels so eerie. It doesn't feel like home at all. Oh my god! I'm so sorry! Oh my god, I'm so sorry! Oh fuck. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Did I just receive a text message? I look at it. Natsuki. Call me back. It might be important. I dial her number, and I wait for her to pick up. Sayori? Hey Natsuki, need anything? Well, why does she sound so hesitant? You know, I may have been very nice to you today, so I was thinking maybe you'd like to go to the cinema with me, like old times. But Monica says in Act 3 that they never met up outside of the club because they never got close enough for that. What do you mean, old times? It never happened! It's not like I need to apologize, but yeah. I finally smile. Natsuki really is an amazing person. Sure, I'd love to. When do we meet? Why not now? I'll meet you at the mall in 50 minutes. Is that alright? Perfect. I don't want to stay here, and I wouldn't mind seeing a movie. All good. I'll meet you there, Natsuki. She hangs up. I sigh. I'm a bit relieved. Being alone is killing me. I get off my couch and I exit my house. The mall isn't too far away, so I can just take my time. I wonder what kind of movie we're going to see. I haven't seen one in years. I keep remembering what Ben said before going home. Of course I can't expect him to start adoring me like that. But deep down, I was really hoping that he'd prefer walking home with me rather than Natsuki. I'm always so contradictory. I want the best for Ben. I want to stay with him. That can't work. I laugh at myself. That's just dumb. Suddenly, I see someone running towards me. Here you are! Weren't we supposed to meet at the cinema? We were, but I wasn't surprised by coming to get you in front of your house. But you're already gone. She acts much differently when she's away from Ben. Why is she acting so nice to me? She'd hate me for spending time with him. Sorry, I was so excited that I left immediately. Alright, well then, shall we get going? Sure. And I think this was a scene I really liked. The two of us walk towards the mall. Natsuki's humming. Last time we went to go see a movie together what must have been about 4 years ago. I hope I'll be able to enjoy this time off with Natsuki. I should just forget about everything for a while. I've seen this in some gacha game before. So is it from here or is it just a general background that you can grab? Natsuki keeps stopping to look at the shops. Whoa, that shirt looks so cute. Cute? Oh, no, I mean like, I like it, alright. Don't you? Truth is, I never really cared about clothes. I just waste more of my time worrying about what to wear. I really like it. Hey, do you think... What is it? She ponders for a moment. No, forget it, sorry. Oh, did she want to ask if Sayori thought MC would like her and that? You can tell me if something's wrong. Was she about to say that she's bored? That she wants to go home? Anyway, shall we go to the cinema? We're supposed to be out there. Going there, aren't we? Oh yeah. The cinema's right next to the shop we were looking at. There are so many movies. Is there something in particular that you want to watch? I took a look at all the movies. I don't really know what kind of movie I like. I don't mind, really. You can choose one. I'm sure it'll be good if you're the one picking. She takes a look around, and she suddenly points her finger at a poster. That one! That looks interesting. What is it about? Well, it's an anime. Do you like that type of movie? I'm not really familiar with it, but since Ben watches a lot of it, it can't be that bad, can it? Of course I do. I read about this movie a while ago. I heard it was really good and really sad. And you know, since you said you like bittersweet things, I thought maybe you'd like that one. I don't really feel ready to watch anything sad, but Natsuki looks interested and excited that I can't say no. And she said she thought about me when making the choice, so maybe we'll enjoy it. Thank you, Natsuki. So, long story short, I think it's about that girl who's a pianist that stopped playing after her mother's death. And one day she meets that guy who's really talented violinist. And she starts playing again thanks to him, and she falls in love with him. Is she really that embarrassed about love? Don't tell me. Well, yeah, I heard it was really good. Wanna watch it? The pianist and the violinist remembered me of two friends. Hope they don't go into depths. Of course, that sounds really good. Just like something you'd watch. If you say so. After all, I really like anime. We make our way to the cinema. Luckily, we're the only ones here. The movie was amazing. I feel so weird. It's not sadness, but it's not happiness either. Is this what everyone calls a real bittersweet feeling? I glanced at Natsuki. Thank you, Natsuki. It was really good. Yeah, no problem. Oh, Natsuki, is that a tear I see on your face? No, it was a powerful movie, alright? I thought Natsuki was so sensitive to movies. I am sensitive to movies. I respect that, thank you. I agree with you. The last scene, you could feel that the pianist was finally at peace with herself. But the sadness is still there. Yeah, grief doesn't just go away all of a sudden. It was very well done. That mix of emotion was powerful. You know, I'm glad you understand. I thought maybe you'd think I'm weird for liking that kind of movie. She shouldn't be the embarrassed one here. No, I really respect your hobby. It was a great movie. Thank you, Natsuki. Anyway, since there's still a bit of time before it gets really dark, why don't we go for a drink? She wants to stay with me some more? Why? I'm so thankful. Of course! She wipes her eyes. Why didn't I cry? The story was heartbreaking. Maybe that's because I just learned to accept that. Maybe it's because I just learned to accept that what I see in those works is fiction. It always has. Not always, but there must be a reason why the person chose to write about it, though. Because, for example, when I see a movie like this and I generally feel like it represented the emotions well, then I'd think that probably they had some experience with grief before, so I can't just look at a movie and be like, oh, it's fiction. For example, the creator of this mod. I know I seem to... I've noticed I'm very critical of this mod. With, like, Sayori's characterization especially, I feel like. But I'm sure the writer of the mod probably had a reason for making it this way too. Maybe they related to Sayori and therefore they just put a lot of emotions into it. But due to that, maybe a bit got lost in the process, but... that doesn't change the fact that they put probably a lot of emotions into this mod. They probably had a reason why they wanted to create a mod like that. maybe they wanted to express themselves through it too. With the help of Sayori. With the help of a character that they may be related to. Maybe they know someone with depression and wanted to express their feelings with the help of Sayori as well. Because I know I'm currently writing some books for friends and they don't really have any media that represents them very well and their emotions, so I help them by writing a story with them that's more accurate to what they wish was also, like, I mean, I don't know how to put it. But the point is, when I look at fiction, I don't just think of it as fiction. That's why I feel so bad being quite critical of this mod. But I've already noticed quite a few things that I really liked. And I will bring it all up at the end. Because, yeah, there are some things I don't like about Sayori's characterization and Monika's characterization, and also how the MC and Natsuki get portrayed, but even so, I don't think this mod is bad. And I do love the Ost. Do you say that in... I know in German we can just say Ost. Osts. The OST. I like it. And obviously they wanted to help the OST helps with the emotions in this scene. So, and I'm pretty sure that's what the creator wanted. So obviously put thought into it. Oh, it was in full sentence. Maybe that's because I just learned to accept that. Maybe that's because I just learned to accept that what I see in those works of fiction isn't real. But it has real emotions in it. So I can't just look at it and not be sad. I shake my head and I follow Natsuki, who's already walking towards the nearest cafe. Natsuki orders an orange juice. I do the same. We both sit at a table. Again, we're the only ones here. It's a bit odd. There should be more people since the middle of the week. Natsuki stretches out on the chair and takes a sip of her juice. You look happy, Natsuki. Of course. I'm always happy after watching a new movie. Does happiness really work that way? Depends on each person. I can be happy about the emotions that a movie gave me. And sometimes I watch movies that are so bad I have no reason to be happy about them. Happiness comes in many forms for various reasons. And the same the other way around, too. Other feelings come in many forms and for various reasons. So. Aren't you? Of course I am. We'll enjoy spending time with you. It's been a while, you know. You never met outside of the club. Sayori, sorry if this isn't my business, but now you've been acting all weird. You're always spacing out. You're always nervous. I know I'm probably not the person you like talking with the most, but if anything's wrong, I'm here, okay? Why is she saying that? Is my facade starting to wear off? I feel my heart pounding. I'm scared. If she finds out, it's all over for me. What are you talking about, Natsuki? I'm all fine. What makes you think that? I don't know. I just feel like it has to do with men. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you two always were friends, right? How can she pinpoint when I'm feeling so perfectly? This is scary. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry if it sounds a bit stupid, but are you bothered by the fact that he's spending time with us? How does she know? Am I that easy to read? Of course not! I want to go out and go meet some more people, so... Well then, in that case... She looks so embarrassed. What is she about to say? I'm apprehensive. She deeply inhales. What if I told you... I love Ben. What? What? She... I knew that already, but... Hearing it from her directly... Why does it hurt so badly? Is this what she wanted to spend... Is this why she wanted to spend some time with me? Am I nothing more than an obstacle for her? Sayori! Are you alright? I look at her and I smile. I already knew that, Natsuki. What do you mean, you know? It was obvious. And to be honest, I think Penny really appreciates you too. Why am I acting so happy? I feel like crying right now because this isn't a movie. This is reality. And there's no way I can change what I just heard. And you okay with that? Of course I am. You two look good together. Natsuki sighs and smiles. I thought you'd hate me. I would never do that. I just want Ben to be happy. Just what do people think of me? Just what do people think of me? Probably more like a pronunciation of like, why do they think I'm such a weird person? Like so defensive of him. I completely support you. There's no way I hate you for that. Well, thank you, Sayori. She's finished her orange juice and she stands up. I'm gonna have to get going. Sorry. I'm gonna have to get going. Thanks for coming. I really enjoyed our time together. Sure. See you tomorrow. She happily leaves the cafe, leaving me alone at our table. I haven't even started drinking my orange juice. I don't want to. Stand up and I exit the shop without even taking a sip of it. Orange juice in the cafe brought back great memories too. Sorry that it's dark. Just how long did we stay in there? Look at Ben's house. I can see his shadow through the window. It looks like he's sitting at his desk. Writing a poem, maybe? I should write one too. But I don't really have any motivation or inspiration. I don't even feel like reading Perfect Girls again. I enter my house. Natsuki's in love with Ben. Why is it so hard to believe? Everything was so different just a week ago. I feel like people are also getting suspicious of my behavior. I'm so exhausted. I can't keep this up. I've got to. Ben is so close to finding happiness. I can't let him down now. I sit at my desk and pick up a pen. Think. I just can't find inspiration to write a poem. And now that I think about it, maybe watching an anime could help me find some inspiration. I want to get my mind off of things now. I turn my laptop on and check the latest releases. So many of them. If only Natsuki could help choose one. What category shall I browse? What do I want to log in afterwards? You know what? I'm going to go with something about music and keep going that route. It doesn't really change anything, but I just feel like it would make a bit of sense for her to not try to focus on too sad or too lovey-dovey, and rather the pianist and the violinist and this part of it. The poster of the first movie listed reminds me of something. I click on it and take a look at the synopsis. The story of a little girl who stops speaking to protect everyone's happy ending. I haven't even started watching it, but I can already tell I like it. I start it and I sit back in my chair. I put my face in my hands. Why can I relate to the main characters so much? That ending kind of reminded me of... Here I am, thinking about what Natsuki told me again. I'm lame. I ignore the thought. After all, I watched the movies to get inspiration for a poem, right? I start by writing down a few words. How can one suddenly forget a face so dear, so deeply held within my being, in my mind's embrace, and have to feel such deep disgrace, and having been so availed, and no more shall I be soft of heart, no more a swooning fool. For no one will fire such a deadly dart to my soul, nor into any part of me again. How could he be so cruel? I'll find someone to share my days, someone who's just a friend. We'll feel for each other in many ways, and I'll give encouragement, and also praise. But never, ever my heart will I lend. Never ever my heart will I lend. I feel like not having everything rhyme makes it feel a bit more like a Sayori poem, because Sayori doesn't always rhyme. I feel like this poem feels a bit more like Sayori than the first ones. I also feel like it was no, it was still a bit into the Natsuki direction. But I mean, they have a pretty similar writing style. I feel like there should be maybe a bit more paragraphs. Maybe that would help me view the poems in a different light. I feel so weird. Why can't I write poetry? I did manage to write about what I'm really feeling, like Monica asked me to, but I think I'll be okay anyway. I stuff it in my bag, and I sit on my bed. Oh, I just noticed why the skip button is available. It's because it remembers the time I played the mod. Ah, I see. I know I probably could go like into the app data files, because there I could delete this already, but I don't think that's necessary right now. I might need to do it for a few other mods if there's like any need to reset completely. I feel like it's fine here, as long as I just don't try to skip. Took me forever to realize this. Let's go upwards. Something really sad. One of the titles really catches my eye. Each and every one of it is different music. I like that. I take a look at the synopsis. The story of a deaf girl with difficult past sets out on a journey to redemption. I already know this is going to be depressing. I start the movie anyway. Turn my laptop off and look at the ceiling. How can a work of fiction portray something so depressing that well? I almost felt sorry for that deaf girl. It was only fiction, but I was just so absorbed. It can be presented very well because they usually turn with emotions of real people. That's why I'm also so against AI. Because the works that the movies and scripts and art that people create, or like these mods, they're made out of human emotion. So they feel very... That's why it's also possible to represent specific emotions and stuff very well, because maybe the person who wrote the script had experience with it, knew someone experienced with it, or really informed himself about it because they cared about the topic. Whatever reason they may have had to do so. It gave me a few ideas for a poem. I start writing on an old sheet of paper. If I told you I was deaf, would you turn away? Or would I read your lips that tell me it's okay? Would you then stand if I start to use my hands and tell you how I feel? If I tried to speak and the words were incomplete, would you smile and think less of me? Or do you really see me, for me, and not in disability? If I began to share, would you realize? If I began to stare, would you realize how much I need to see and listen with my eyes? If I began to touch, would you be offended? If I began to point to what I want or intended, you can take my hearing aid. To you, it's just another game. Yeah, I feel like the paragraphs do add a lot. It still didn't fully fit into the rhythm, but sometimes Sayori intentionally, like in Bottles, she intentionally broke the rhythm. So you can take that here as it counts here as well. Maybe I should save this one after all, because I like the poem here. It's kind of hard to write about something like that. I'm not really satisfied with that poem, but I'll have to do. So for my bag and sit on my bed. I keep seeing Natsuki and Ben in my mind. Yeah, let's go with this one. Let's see, maybe I like the love story even more. That's one I picked in my original playthrough, I guess. Interesting, I can see now what I picked. I'll click on the first one I see. I take a look at the synopsis. The story of teenagers that live each other's lives by exchanging bodies. Dramatic impact on each other. dramatic impact on each other's lives. It looked somewhat interesting. I start the movie and I sit back. I gently close my laptop. I think I understand why Natsuki really loves those kinds of movies. I'd love to be able to have a different life like that, but of course that's just impossible. I feel inspired though. I pick up my pen and I start to quickly write out a poem. If I was not myself, I would be somebody else. But actually, I am somebody else. I have been somebody else all my life. It's no laughing matter going about the place, all the time being somebody else. People mistake you. You mistake yourself. From the build-up, it feels quite a bit, like from the structure-wise, it feels quite a bit of like a Monica poem, actually. But you can tell that it's Sayori's meaning. I think I still prefer the other one. I'm not sure why though, maybe because it had more paragraphs. Maybe I just like paragraphs. I sigh. It's not as good as I expected to be, but it's way too short. But I don't really feel like starting over, and it's not even that bad. I sit on my back and sit on my bed. I keep seeing Natsuki and Ben in my mind. Maybe I should have waited at least for the tune to end, because it's very nice music, and I like that everyone had a bit of a different tune because of the different poems as well. Why don't they go away? I've accepted it. This is how it'll go. I lie down, tired. My eyes slowly close. Expecting me? Poor thing. You must be heartbroken. The only person you looked up to is in love with someone else. Don't you hate them all? No. You should hate yourself. Can you imagine all the time been wasted with you? You should be ashamed. You'll pay one day. You'll regret even trying to be a good person. Do you really think that things will get better just because he acted nicely towards you? Your friends are using you, and you're here trying to make everyone happy. No one needs you. You should know that already. You're not even trying to fight. You know what I'm trying to say is the truth. Just leave, useless girl. I was trying to make out what they said in the background, but I couldn't. Don't know if they even made any sense. And once again, it doesn't make sense for Monica to be this aggressive. She's still too aggressive. Over? Is it gone? I don't want to open my eyes. What if it's here? What if the thing I saw yesterday was waiting for me? I'm just tired of being paranoid. I don't even feel strong enough to cry. I'm all out of tears. I look at my bed. There's blood everywhere. Did my arm bleed again? I left my sleeve. Indeed, the wound is bleeding. I may have moved too much. Everything feels so monotone. Same room, same dreams. Except Ben will leave me soon. I clench my fists. I don't want this. I don't want this! I slam my fist into my pillow. Why am I so angry? This is unlike me. Nothing feels right. Even sleep isn't peaceful anymore. That thing spoke to me in my dream last night. That thing that spoke to me in my dream last night. It was right. It was stupid of me to believe that everything would be okay. I should have expected this. I still have a little bit of time left before I have to go to school. Maybe today I won't have to lie and say I overslept. But the truth is, I really don't want to go. I'm certain the usual happy mood and that the club has is now gone. Since Natsuki and Ben will be... No! I can't understand what I'm feeling at all. Stand up. I guess I don't really need to change my clothes today. I'll have to be extra careful if I don't want anyone to find out about my condition. Maybe I could just do the same as usual and take a walk before school. I grab my bag and I exit my house without eating or showering.